Tiger Woods.
I might be sort of like a Michael Jordan in basketball, or something like that.
There it is, a win for the Eighth.
What's going to happen? Is it going to cut? Oh
my God, this is...
Wow, it went in.
I am so sorry.
The return to glory.
At 7:18 a.m. and discovered the solo vehicle collision, and the sole occupant was, again, Tiger Woods.
There we go, Tiger! Go, Tiger! Go, Tiger! Yeah, I saw you, saw that. There we go, Tiger! Go, Tiger! Yeah, I saw you, saw that.
Hi, this is Sophie. Sorry, I can't come to the phone right now. Please leave a message after the tone, and I'll return your call as soon as possible. Have a great day.
Hey Sophie, this is Tiger Woods, the professional golf player, just in case there was any confusion on which Tiger Woods this was. My wife found my phone with all the numbers in there, so she might be calling you. So if you could just do me a favor and not pick up your phone for a couple of days. Again, this is Tiger Woods, the black golf player, one of the best in the world. Thanks.
Do you have tons of free time? Do you have loads of extra money lying around? Do you struggle to drive without being micromanaged? Introducing Having a Girlfriend. Having a girlfriend is the #1 way to ensure all of your extra energy is used up. With this exclusive offer, you get to be responsible for the happiness of 2 people instead of just 1. Why pursue your dreams when you could pour all your time into low ROI activities, including going out on dates, taking expensive vacations, and spending countless hours on emotional support?
When I was single, I had a lot of freedom and was always happy. But now that I have a girlfriend, I have someone who constantly wants to know what I'm thinking about. Now I finally hate my life.
Come on, babe, let's go shopping.
Right away, dear.
Admit it. Life is boring without frequent childlike emotional breakdowns. Spice it up by getting a girlfriend today.
All right. How's everybody doing? Get a girlfriend today, they say. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Look, I got a great show for you guys. I got a great show. Anywho. I see we got Twitch checking in. I see we got YouTube checking in. Shout out to all 16,000 of y'all. Appreciate y'all watching. We are about to get into Tiger Woods, man. Like, when I tell you I got everything, y'all know.
You dig, bro. You like to dig.
I do.
You dig, bro. You like to dig.
So far up into Tiger Woods, but it's mostly about his ex-girlfriend, Erica, and here is this is one of the lawsuits, because currently he's being sued twice, guys, by the same person. And you like, Tiger, he worth $1 billion. Who's suing him? Who would sue Tiger Woods? Who do you think? It's ex-girlfriend. She want to get paid. But anyway, man. I am your host, Henry Resilient. I do got my daughter. She upstairs. She's sleeping. We had a good day. She Peppa Pig me out today. It's her little Peppa Pig watch. I didn't bought this thing, and now we watching Peppa Pig for hours on end. She like, come here, Daddy, come sit on the couch with me and watch Peppa Pig. I'm like, oh my God, you know what we do for the kids. And shout out to my daughter though. But every woman is a daughter, and these daughters are out here doing some treacherous things out here in this courtroom, man. Like it seems like every day another girlfriend is suing her ex-boyfriend. It makes no complete sense. And I don't even know what's driving it. Is it the overwhelming sense of entitlement? Are they just bitter about losing their rich boyfriend? Or could it be the fact they're just upset losing the lifestyle that the rich boyfriend provided? Hell, it could be a combination of all three. I mean, when I think about this, the person that comes to mind is XQC, right? This you could say this is a quintessential case, an ex-girlfriend suing a boyfriend. And I don't know why, but when I look at her, I'm like, he is the top streamer in the world, and she was coming up. She was riding his coattails. She was getting views. People were checking for her. She was on the floor at the Streamer Awards last year. And now I don't even know if she was invited at all, which makes, crazy. And to make matters worse, I think QT Cinderella, that opening line about, how we removed the GTA Player of the Year award and then changed it to the trying to convince people you still deserve a platform award. I don't know if that was a shot at her. Was it? I mean, look, I don't speak Twitch and I don't be in the Twitch business all like that. I be trying to do some little adult stuff over here and they like, will you cover Twitch? And I'm like, I'm waiting on XQC news. And then the latest, right? The latest is Bad Bunny. His ex-girlfriend is suing him for $40 million for using a voice memo of hers in an old song. She apparently paid his bills before the game, and when he got rich, he left her. She probably just bit her, but look, I don't know what to do.
Bad Bunny Baby in sort of a breathy voice. The recording was used in Bad Bunny's 2016 hit Party, as well as his more recent hit 2016. His ex alleges that the phrase was used without her permission and it is her voice, so she's seeking for two of Bad Bunny's songs. In the voice memos, Carlise is her
$40 million, guys. $40 million for two songs. And all she said was, it's Bad Bunny. Like, is that worth 40 million? Oh, how good of a relationship was it? I don't know. I really don't want to get into it. But now who we got now? We got arguably the best player to ever play golf in the world being sued by his ex-girlfriend for $30 million. That's right. You did $30 million. And he was never married. Excuse me. They did live together though for 5 years or for 6. I think it was for 6 years they lived together. And she's suing him for $30 million and she wants to break the NDA. And I'm going to educate y'all on two things tonight. One, how you could break an NDA, because these contracts are meant to be broken. That's all they're there for. Hey, we got a contract. Oh, well, we really don't care. We're going to break it. And y'all like, well, who is she? What she look like? Okay. There she go right there. There she go. Tiger Woods, his girlfriend right there of 6 years or however long. And she want all the money, not some of the money. She want $30 million from Tiger, 10 less than Bad Bunny's ex-girlfriend. So I guess we got a break there, but it's still a lot of money, guys. It's still a lot of money. And Tiger has to defend himself. You like, no, he don't. I'm like, look, guys, look. Here's the docket. This case started. This is the landlord case. This started in October 26, 2022. And the last entry was less than 9 days ago on the 13th. Don't worry, we gonna cover. I got it all. Now we're not gonna cover every document for document, because some of it is just redundant. You know what I'm saying? Some of it is redundant. But we are going to cover a decent amount of it, and we're going to make it fun. We're going to make it entertaining. We're going to laugh a little bit, and then I'm a poll the audience to see. Hell yeah, she ain't no gold digger. People saying she a gold digger.
Nope.
But she ain't messing with no broke. Okay, anyway, I'm not black, so I can't say that word. I can't say that word. But anyway, it would appear to me, who's also getting sued in my divorce, that women are suing their ex-boyfriends. And are they parasites? Are they leeches at best in human form? Are they bitter? Like, do they that entitlement, man? Or maybe they don't want to work. I think they don't want to work. I caught Tiger Woods' ex, like, look, don't tell anyone, but I caught footage of her at her laptop. This is what she was saying.
God, why do I have to work? I am sexy. I am sexy. Why am I working?
So that was the ex right before she filed the lawsuit, because it's easier to sue than it is to work. So anyway, let's keep it moving, guys. Let's get into the content. If you want to contribute to the channel, you can send a super chat, or you could send a cash app at $ at HenryResilient, and I'll read your comment live. But without further ado, we gonna make it quick, because if my daughter wake up at any time, the stream is over. Stream is over. I kid you not. Like, oh, stream will be over if my daughter wake up. All right, so let's get into, look, if y'all don't know Tiger Woods, right? Remember this, right? You guys remember, y'all remember this. Tiger used to have a quote unquote sex addiction. His first wife, he was cheating on her with mistresses. Like, look at, who was this? 8? Some of them were adult film stars. Some of them were just waitresses. Some of them was just the host at was it the Waffle House? He when he needed it, he needed it. He had to get it. He had to have it. He was like, hey, you looked at him at the store. He was, hey, you want to? You want to go to the bathroom real quick? Do you want to go to the bathroom real quick? We can go to the bathroom. We could do that, and then we could skedaddle. But what happened was he got jammed up. Right? I think here's the video of him getting jammed up. Let me share. Y'all got to remember this audio. Now, look, this is real audio, guys. This is real Tiger Woods leaving a voicemail for someone he was intimate with. All right, where's the fire?
I need you to do me a huge favor.
Listen right here.
Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe calling you.
What the hell, Tiger?
If you can, please take your name off that. And what do you call it? Just have it as a number on the voicemail. Just have it as your telephone number. Okay, you gotta do this for me. Make sure quickly. All right, bye.
You can tell Tiger don't got no experience with women right there. Where you say, hey, can you take your name off the voicemail? Can you just leave your number? Because my wife may be calling you. Like, what the hell, Tiger? Where's your burner phone? You're supposed to have a burner phone, man. You ain't supposed to just be brought. You worth y'all know how much Tiger worth? He is worth $1 billion, right? $1 billion. And he's telling chicks to, hey, can you take your name off your phone? Just have it read your number, because my wife may be calling you. Like, what?
I need you to do me a huge favor.
A huge favor.
Listen right here.
Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe calling you. So if you can, please take your name off that.
What?
And what do you call it? Just have it as a number on the voicemail. Just have it as your telephone number. Okay, you gotta do this for me. Huge, quickly. All right, bye.
Yo, Clarence, no. Look, this is an epic wow. This is an epic moment in history, because after this voicemail leak, his first wife, she took a club upside his head. I kid you not. He ain't been the same since. He has not been the same since he lost his wife. Granted, he did win the Masters right before my grandfather passed. So shout out to my grandfather, who was a huge Tiger Woods fan. Because he was black, and Tiger Woods was black, and my grandfather went through it. He was born in the South, like South. Like, what year? Like 22 or something? Something crazy. No, not 22. Let me stop capping. Let me stop capping. I think like 42. Back in the South, Alabama, wore the boots, rode a horse, all that good stuff came up to where I'm living at now. And he would start golfing. You know, he couldn't get into the golf clubs right away. So he went to the ones that would accept him, but we always cheered for Tiger. But anyway, let's get into the lawsuit because I want to make this quick. Look, guys, look. This is going to be hilarious. I don't even know why it's not more people in here. I'm telling you, this stuff is salacious. All right, so let me share this tab and we're gonna get into it. I see Tammy in the chat. Shout out to Tammy. I appreciate Tammy showing up, man. You know, I be rocking with Tammy. And if you haven't noticed, I do got my Legend of the White Dragon pen up here. So, you know, I'm waiting on that to come out. Anticipating that way more than the 30th. But you know, I ain't gonna throw no shade today. All right, so what are we looking at? This is a cover sheet, guys. When you file a civil lawsuit, you have to write a cover sheet. And we gonna breeze through it. So who is the plaintiff? The plaintiff is Erica Herman. And she's suing the trust. You're like, Henry, I thought this was about Tiger Woods. It is. But in order to get through Tiger Woods, you got to go through the trust. But is her suing the trust a roundabout way to avoid Tiger Woods? You know it? It kind of, these are the legal games that people play. And you're like, why didn't she just sue him right away? All right, so what is she looking for? All right, she's looking for over 100,000. Over 100,000 is just a way to get it into federal court. I think anything under 50 is just your local court, but federal court is over 100,000. So you say, hey, I'm suing them for 100,000. My God damn. Shit, she really want the money. She want the money. Type of case. This is gonna come down to the next stream, and this is. We go. It is a other type of case. This is a trust litigation because she's suing the trust. Okay, it's not your regular stuff. County civil. Nope. And she's suing for monetary. Now, the importance of this screen, guys, you're like, Henry, what the what? Why are you? What is this? She wants money. Is this a class action lawsuit? No. So her rights as a human were not technically violated. Okay. Is there any kind of knowledge related to the case been filed? No. This is, October 2022. Okay. Is a jury trial demanded? Absolutely. She wants everyone to see this. Does the case involve allegations of sexual abuse? I should say SA. This stream about to get demonetized. The answer is no. Here's our lawyers. Here's the filing date. All right. So now we got that. No SA in her lawsuit. All right. So now let's go to the complaint. So when you sue someone, you have to file a complaint. So now we're at the complaint. This is the complaint. You see Erica Herman. This is filed on the 26th. And we like, well, what the hell's going on? What she wants damages. It's her versus the trust. She's looking for more than 50,000. She put Tiger Woods' home address as the residence. Okay, because she coming for Tiger. Defendant is in an irrevocable trust. It's placed at the administration of this address. All conditions precedent to this lawsuit have been satisfied or waived. Okay, this is legit, guys. Like this is the meat and potatoes. This is the first stone that she's about to throw. And you about to get like her backstory with her boyfriend. Like Tiger's a very private guy. So for this to be out there, it's just like, it's wild. Okay, so what did she say? By agreement with agents with actual or apparent authority to act for the defendant, plaintiff has resided at Tiger Woods' house for the duration of the defendant's ownership of the residence. And y'all like, Tiger Woods' house. What does Tiger Woods' house look like? Okay, I'll just show you real quick. It's this $54 million mansion right here. Just a $54 million mansion. Nothing too crazy. It's just probably one of the biggest houses, in the world. Nothing too shabby, guys. Like we all got $54 million mansions, right? It's nothing. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy. All right, let's get back to the lawsuit. So she's been living at this $54 million mansion. Okay. During that time, the plaintiff performed valuable services at the request of the defendant's agents, in part of performance of the oral tenancy agreement and reliance thereon. So, what valuable services do you think his girlfriend was doing? You think some of that is that a valuable service? So she's saying, "Hey, I'm working for my boyfriend. Okay, I'm working for my boyfriend, doing these valuable services. What's the problem? Okay, all right. Well, where's the problem? The oral tenancy. Look, an oral tenancy agreement is like, hey, him basically saying, hey, you can stay here. Okay, he has valuable services, and she's banking this on a oral agreement. This is crazy. Oh, you getting sued over what? Oral agreement, no contract, and oral agreement, guys. Okay, so the oral tenancy agreement gave the plaintiff the right to live in the residence for a certain duration of time. Okay, all expenses that related to the plaintiff's residency or that resulted therefrom were fully paid by the defendant or its privies. So she's living there rent free. She don't got to pay for food. She don't got to pay for nothing. So she's living in this $54 million mansion rent free. So what's the problem? The agreement was performed for 6 years prior to the events giving rise to the lawsuit. Okay, so she was there for 6 years. Keep this in mind, guys. It gets better. It gets better. It gets better. Oh my goodness. The duties that were performed and expected of plaintiff were extensive and of an extraordinary nature in light of the overall circumstances and environment in which she lived. Approximately 5 years remained on the oral tenancy agreement. Like, wait. 5 years remain like on the oral tenancy. So you mean to tell me, if I'm Tiger's judge, Ms. Herman, so you lived at Tiger's residence? She's like, yeah. And when did you move in? About 6 years ago. And when you moved in, Tiger said, you can stay at this house for approximately 11 years. She's like, yeah, it was 11 years, not 10 years. No, not 12 years. No, 11 years. 11 years, Your Honor. 11 years. And I didn't get to fulfill that. He didn't fulfill that contract. He owed me 5 more years of residency. Anywho, look, man, you when you live with people, you taking a huge risk to end up like this, because that's what it's coming down to. Okay, if you believe he's like, hey, you can live with me for 11 years, not 10, no, 11. It's my favorite number. No, I'm joking. Okay. So notice of lawful judicial proceedings was commenced to bring the tenancy to a lawful end. Look, lawful end. Instead, Tiger Woods elected to engage in prohibited practices, self-help causing severe actual consequential and severe emotional damage to the plaintiff. What? The prohibited practices were done intentionally with premeditation and with malice afterthought. Like, what? Oh my God, man. Oh my God. So he kick her out. She talking like it's some emotional damage, like some emotional damage. My goodness. You just live with her. Look, this is what happens. You move in with a chick because you want that on demand. Exactly. How did that conversation even come about? Like, what? Anywho, that's an excellent question. Anyway. Let's keep going, guys, because we got a decent amount to cover. Now, I want to get through the good stuff, because this first lawsuit ain't nothing on the second lawsuit. Like, when you see the second one, you're gonna be like, yo, what the hell is going on? What? Wait, what? Oh man, I don't know what the hell be going on. All right, so now this is where she's about to throw some big words out. Specifically, by trickery, agents of Tiger Woods convinced the plaintiff to pack a suitcase for a short vacation. We going on a trip. When she arrived at the airport, they told her she had been locked out of her residence. Her residence. This is her residence. Like, what the heck? Wait. Her residence in violation of the oral tenancy agreement and in violation of Florida law. They then informed her that she was not allowed to return to her residence, and without legal counsel to aid in her emotional moment, they utilized a lawyer to confront her with proposals to resolve the wrongdoing they were in the midst of committing. Oh my God. Yo, look, if this is true, Tiger was like, hey, we done. And she like, I thought we was going on vacation. He was like, nope. See ya. Talk to my lawyer. Look, man, this is bad. If it's true. But look, he's their boyfriend and girlfriend. What explanation do he owe her? Like, seriously. You got to protect yourselves, got to protect your meat, like Coach Greg Adams say, man. Anyway, let's get back into it. Okay, all right. Defendants, Tiger Woods agents attempted to justify their illegal conduct by paying for a hotel room and certain expenses for a short period of time, having successfully locked her out of her home and frightened her away from returning. Since the plaintiff has continually demanded to be allowed back into her home. What? But Tiger Woods agents have refused. Even worse, Tiger Woods removed the personal belongings of her from her house. He keeps saying that her house, man. That's just comical. And they misappropriated in excess of $40,000 in cash that belonged to her, making scurrilous and defamatory allegations about how she obtained the money. Like, bro, if you don't got no job and you living with me and I am your number one source of income and we go our separate ways and I'm going through your stuff and I see $40,000, I might be like, where'd you get this? Like, just $40,000 laying around? Like, one, you have to assume that maybe, is she telling the truth? Is she telling the truth? Does she really have $40,000? Or is she making it up? Was it $50,000? It wasn't $39,000. It wasn't $41,000. It was $40,000. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back into it, guys. let's get back into it. Okay, all right. So we saw we passed the $40,000. Agents of Tiger Woods conspired to engage in the above described statutorily prohibited and torturous practices in order to interfere with the plaintiff's advantageous contractual and business relationships for their own personal profits. Like, you think this billionaire about to rob you for $40? Like, seriously. Anyway, through undue and improper influence, upon further review, discovery, such persons will be added as additional defendants. So she's like, well, I'm gonna add some other people in the lawsuit, and then she's seeking some punitive damages. Oh my God. The residence is unique in denial of plaintiff's access to her home, is causing irreparable harm. Like, what the fuck? All right, here we go, guys. Plaintiff's actual and consequential damages in terms of the reasonable residential value of the residence will be determined at the time of trial and is likely to measure in excess of $30 million given the substantial monthly rental value of the residence. Like, yo, like, could you imagine Tiger Woods reading this with someone talking about his house is their house because they live there? Oh my God. I wouldn't even know what to do. Obviously you got to get an attorney, but anyway, the defendant directly sat through the agents and had a duty that was owed toward the plaintiff to not conduct prohibited practices to this Florida law. The flagrant purposeful violations, the breaches of duty described above are approximate cause of, this is all chicken balk. She just wants monetary damages, guys. This is what you need to know. She wants monetary damages and 3 months rental value. So is it $10 million a month to rent his place? Nope. Anyway, in addition, and alternatively, by virtue, these violations The plaintiff is entitled to civil relief for personal injuries. These breaches and violations have caused attorney fees and declaratory injunctive relief, guys. Like, so basically, and there you go, right there. That's the lawsuit. That's her portion. What do you guys think of that so far? Is she gonna win? Does she have a case? Does she have a case? Like, what the hell? What the hell? This is his house. Is her name on the mortgage? Ooh, that's a great question. We're gonna address that because I got the title. I got the title. I got the NDA. I got everything. I got
you dig, bro. You like to dig.
So y'all probably like, what the hell does Tiger Woods put in his NDA? Look, Tiger Woods NDA is crazy, but he got to protect himself. He a public person. You know what I'm saying? He big time. All right. So let's get to the trust response. All right. Look, the trust responded quickly, swiftly, and precisely. All right. And we're going to go through it quick because basically they about to just slam her and say, get this out of here. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Like, what? Oh my goodness. Who left? Tiger Woods or her? Look, we gonna get to it because look, you can't sue someone. Look, we're gonna have Tiger Woods' words, his exact words. Like the articles are playing it. He's like, they're clipping it down, guys. They're not giving you the whole story. So that's why I pulled the court doc, similar like I did with XQC, where I was like, he's just getting divorced. I'm like, yo, it's bigger than just a divorce, man. It's bigger than this little $40 million. When you get to the crux of it, which we are about maybe 10 minutes away, you're gonna be like, holy like, who would you rather be? We gonna do who would you rather be? Would you rather be Tiger Woods, XQC, or Bad Bunny? Because they're all getting sued by ex-girlfriends. All right, so this is the trust response, guys. This is the person who is on the trust, not yet Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods has not entered the building yet. And there's a specific reason why she sued the trust and not Tiger Woods. All right, let's get to it. So this is on November 15th. The trust response, like this court drama, I love it so much, man. You can learn so much. You can learn how to break it. You're gonna learn how to break a trust. I'm gonna show you step by step how you can break a NDA. Sorry, not a trust, an NDA. Someone get you signed an NDA. I'm gonna show you how to break it. And men, if you having your women sign an NDA, I'm gonna show you what you probably need to look out for. Because if you come across this, it's gonna get broken. All right. So without further ado, let's keep it going. Okay, so this is the response of the plaintiff or the defendant, which is the trust. Defendant's motion, he just say, hey, get this case out of here. Throw it out. Throw it out of here. Look at the complaint. And they about to go in on her. All right, so this action is for an alleged violation of the Florida Landlord Tenant Act, which I do have a copy of. I'll show it to you. We'll go over it briefly. Cheyenne, like, you can't prove an oral agreement. Oh my God. All right, look. Let's go to the oral tenant. Let's go to the Tenant Act first before we go to his response. You like, Henry, you cannot prove an oral agreement. What's this say? What's this say? Oral and written rental agreements. I'm telling you, man, where there's a will, there's a way. And when someone is motivated to extract resources, they'll find that little sliver. They creak in and they just like, wait, you mean I can sue him over an oral agreement? Oh, cha-ching. All right, so oral written rental agreement, right? A rental agreement is an agreement to rent property, commonly referred to as a lease. She didn't sign a lease. Rental agreements may be either written or oral. Oh my God, or oral. Most rental agreements are written because the oral agreements can be subject to misunderstandings and are difficult to prove if there's a dispute. Okay, so look, we know she's banking on the oral agreement. Now let's go back to the lawsuit, okay? So you can have an oral agreement for a rental. Don't think shit sweet because like you tell someone, oh yeah, we can stay together. And next thing you know, you be getting sued and you're going to be like, wait, what? I kicked her out. All right. So anyway, the plaintiff alleges that she entered into an oral tenancy agreement, which the agent trust performed unspecified. Look, they be throwing these valuable services. Look, anytime I see valuable services, I'm just like, she was getting her cheeks clapped. Y'all want to see the sex tape? I got the Tiger Woods sex tape for her valuable services, but I'm not gonna show it now. All right, so where we at? Say like, look, she was performing these valuable services and they were extensive of an extraordinary nature, blah, blah, blah. The plaintiff alleges that the oral tenancy gave her the right to live in the residence for a certain duration of time, which we know to be 11 years. Now pay attention, guys, because this is all going to keep coming up. This is going to keep coming up, and I'm just not going to read it. I'm going to just skip to the new stuff. Okay. Blah blah blah, and they said 5 years remain on her oral agreement, which is bullshit. Defendant allegedly breached the oral tenancy agreement because without first commencing a lawful judicial proceeding to bring the tendency to a lawful end. So basically, this is just a roundabout way of saying they didn't evict her. You're supposed to evict her. Look at Tammy and people saying, "I'm a gold digger." Anywho, so basically, hey, you didn't evict her. Okay, now look. The lawyer, this is where the lawyer starts snapping back. Remarkably, plaintiff alleges that the value of her remaining 5-year tenancy is in excess of $30 million. In other words, that in exchange for the plaintiff's services, she was to be provided consideration in excess of $6 million per year. Like, this is how you call her a prostitute without calling her a prostitute. This how lawyers do it. This is how lawyers do it, guys. And look, it's 9 pages, but we're not about to read all 9 pages, okay? Lastly, though, she fails to allege a single physical injury, and the plaintiff alleges she is entitled to civil relief for personal injuries these breaches / violations have caused. So they like, look, where is your injuries? She like, I don't got them, but I still want my goddamn money. So the standard of review, so to survive a motion to dismiss the complaint, she got to show that prima facie. It must contain ultimate facts supporting each element of the cause of action. Mere conclusions are insufficient. So you can't just be making up stuff like, oh yeah, they're not just taking you at your word. Where is the proof? Where is the evidence? She like, I really don't have any, but you just got to take me at my word. They like, nope. Anywho, Tiger is so dumb. Oh man, he was in love. What do you expect? Okay, so these are the arguments that she's trying to make, and they like, look, they're saying she was prevented from gaining reasonable access to the dwelling unit, that they removed the tenant's personal property, okay, and that she's a tenant. And they're like, look, a tenant is defined in the act as any person entitled to occupy the dwelling under the rental unit. Okay, it requires a written agreement, including amendments or addenda, or an oral agreement for the duration of less than 1 year, providing for use of occupancy of the premises. Now, look, that less than 1 year is crucial because we know maybe when Tiger said you could stay here for 11 years, he really meant 1. Maybe she was tipsy. Maybe he was tipsy. Maybe he was off the pills. He be on them pain pills for pain. But basically what he's saying is like, look, oral agreements have to be for less than 1 year. I'm breaking it down for you. And he cites a case because I said, look, we're only touching on the important parts. Hey, we're citing a case right here that says, hey, this oral agreement stuff don't constitute. Boyfriend moved out in this case, in this relationship in Toledo versus Emascala. After the relationship ended, the boyfriend moved out and the girlfriend continued living in the condominium approximately for 4 years. Okay, excuse me. And the boyfriend sold it, and the new owner basically kicked her out the house. And according to the Toledo court that held over the lower court, they lacked jurisdiction. Like she lacked jurisdiction to be considered a tenant. So they're like, hey, look at this case right here. Okay. Plaintiff alleges that the oral tenancy for like 11 years, man. This shit is so wild. 11 years. So she keeps saying 11 years. All right, whatever. You're not a tenant. Secondly, now they say, look at this. Hey, you can't even sue me. I'm a trust. A trust is not a legal entity. The trust didn't grant you anything, and they go on to explain the trust. They cite a court case saying you can't sue a trust. Okay, it seems like I'm speeding through it, but like what happens when the ultra rich go through these divorces, right? They have the best lawyers money can buy in their state. So what you're going to notice when you go through these court documents, Tiger Woods teams are sending books every time. So what I had to do was I had to go through these books, and I just was like, look, I'm going to just pick out the most important parts because most of it is just fluff for the judge, fluff for who's ever overseeing the case, fluff to just bog people down and say, but it's really just like one minor point that each paragraph is trying to make. Okay. So that's why you probably like, I'm not going through a page. Look, if I was to go through this line for line, page for page, we'll be here till like 8 a.m. I'm trying to keep it tight. My daughter's asleep. All right. So we moving greatly. Okay. So at a common law, a trust cannot be sued because it's not a jurisdicted person. In most jurisdictions, a trust is not an entity separate from the trustees and cannot sue or be sued on its own name. And therefore, the trustee, rather than the trust, is the real party in interest in litigation. So we know who the trustee is. It's Tiger Woods, y'all. It's Tiger Woods. Look, but you like, why am I getting sued by my ex-girlfriend? Okay, so now they're like, look, y'all got to dismiss this shit. You got to dismiss it. The court should dismiss the complaint with prejudice. Basically, what prejudice means, she cannot come back. Okay, the court should dismiss the complaint with prejudice because any amendment would be futile. So she can't amend her original story, and they want it dismissed. Okay. And basically, they says the purpose of Florida statute, this is fraud, is to intercept frequency and success the actions based on nothing more than loose verbal agreements and innuendos. So look, you can't change your statement. You got to throw this out. These, like you said, there is loose innuendo. There's no contract. She like, Henry told me I could stay at Tiger Woods' house for 11 years. You like, Henry told you what? Yeah, I told her it was 11 years. Or was it 12? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, this is the crazy thing that happens, man. So they're trying to get this thrown out. Okay. They bring up the whole, it can't be more than 1 year again. No action shall be brought for any lease thereof for a period longer than 1 year, or upon any agreement that is not to be performed within the space of 1 year making thereof, unless the agreement or promise upon such action shall be brought, or some note memorandum thereof shall be in writing. So anything longer than a year has to be in writing, guys. Like this, well, I'm telling you, man, this is so crazy that you live with this person and they're suing you. Plaintiff's complaint alleged the existence of an 11-year oral tenancy agreement, and she has 5 years remaining. She keep like what do you want? You just want the money? Because she performed valuable services. Don't nobody care about that. Okay. Basically, what's this highlighted part right here? Alleging that consideration for agreement provided the defendant with domestic and personal services, and she was entitled to room and board and sustenance for the rest of her life. This is an old court case where someone was in in a relationship, and she said he was going to take care of me for the rest of my life. And they like, but you wasn't married. You were just living. But he said he was going to take care of me for the rest of my life. And they like, if you don't get the help, look, can you imagine back in the day being on the board of some of this? All right, now let's read the conclusion, because this is kind of sums it up. All right, so conclusions are always just going to be a summation of facts in the case. All right, guys, summation of facts. And once we get to the bombshell, you're going to be like, holy shit, this is bad. This is bad. But I want to take y'all from the beginning. All right. So plaintiff claims that, the Residential Landlord Act fails because she's not a tenant defined by the act. Furthermore, she failed to name the proper party because it's a trust, and a trust is you can't sue a trust for basically kicking you out because the trust didn't kick you out. You got to sue Tiger. Okay. The court should dismiss it. They like, hey, get this shit out of here. And you're like, well, what happens next? What happens next? She like dismiss it? Hell no. Hell no. We ain't dismissing it. We moving forward with it. In fact, you know what? I need some discovery. I need some discovery. I need some documents from Tiger Woods, guys. Now, look, this is all in the courts. So this is all public record. This is how I get it. And Tiger Woods would never do any crap like this. He would never put any public record bull crap like this out there. He will handle it quietly. All right. So this is her request for discovery. I know we're going through this quick, but you know.
You dig, bro. You like to dig.
I be digging, man. And when I dig, I be finding stuff. So here's her request for discovery, guys. All right. And I've seen this in my job. When someone gets fired and they sue, it's basically, hey, this is her saying we need some discovery. It's the plaintiff's request to produce for the defendant. And you're like, well, what discovery would she want? Okay, let's get to it. This happens all the time in corporate America. Someone gets fired. This is the first thing that they lawyer requests. We want all in native format, basically unedited. We want all texts, emails, and correspondence and records of any kind regarding the plan to remove Erica from the house. In native, we want all texts that explain that she could use the residence. We want basically anything with her name on it or attached to it. She want everything, man. Like, and he look, he kind of has to comply. I know, right? It sucks. You're a billionaire and you got someone trying to extract $30 million from you, and she's using the law to basically break you. Okay. Now look, now they like, look, man, Tiger, come get your chick, man. He like, okay, now this is the first mention to Tiger Woods, because the guy who oversees the trust is like, yo, what the fuck? Why am I fighting your girlfriend? Now, the person she sued of the trust is his manager. So she sued his manager because he's on the trust. Okay, so now he's like, look, I am a trustee of the trust, okay? And we about to go through the introduction. And now we about to get some backstory. All right, so remember, now this is where it gets good, guys. Now this is where the nitty gritty comes in. All right, this is getting worse. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Y'all ain't seen nothing. When I see this, I'm like, yo, XQC is getting off lucky. Okay, so in reality, she was invited to live at the residence while she was in a relationship with her boyfriend, Eldrick Woods, Tiger Woods, y'all, who continues to live in the residence with his 2 kids, okay? So he's there with his 2 kids. It's 21 pages. We ain't reading all these 21 pages because it's going to be a lot of repeat stuff, okay? After Woods recently terminated the relationship, so now we know Tiger Woods dumped her. Ms. Herman was advised that she was no longer welcome at the residence. They told her, like, hey, you got to go. You got to go. And she responded by filing this $30 million lawsuit. She made these claims that they took her $40,000. Okay. No one cares about any of that. No one took her little money. Basically, Ms. Herman's positioned her complaint as an action against the trust because she is required to arbitrate all disputes with Mr. Woods. All right, so now you see why she sued the trust and not Tiger, because she signed an NDA. So they're like, look, Miss Woods, all disputes have to be with Mr. Woods in a confidential arbitration before the American Arbitration Association. Okay, specifically at the onset of their relationship, Mr. Woods and Erica entered into an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, an acknowledgement agreement dated August 9th, 2017. A redacted copy, which is here as to Exhibit A. Yes, I have the NDA. So y'all like, yo, y'all about to get to see a Tiger Woods NDA? Hell yeah. Now, it's redacted this part, but she around about discloses what's in the NDA. Like, it's very like, unscrupulous how she did it. But anyway, so what's in what this is, they're gonna paraphrase it. So they entered into the NDA in August 9th, 2017, right? We got the copy. They had to submit it, kind of like how I got Tammy's prenup, right? Anything you put into court, we gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna see it. So among other things, the agreement requires that any and all disputes, claims, or controversies of any kind of nature whatsoever. Basically, if you bring Tiger Woods' name up, you got to go through arbitration, guys. You got to go through arbitration between Miss Herman and Woods, be resolved by arbitration. By suing the trust rather than Mr. Woods, Miss Herman seeks to evade her obligation to adjudicate her claims in a confidential arbitration and instead seeks to gain leverage by litigating the disputes with Mr. Woods in a public forum. Do y'all believe this to be true? Put a 1 in the chat if you think she's doing this just to roundabout way get away from suing Tiger Woods. All right. See, now you getting some more details. At first, you're like, yo, what the hell? What? 30 million? No way. Yes way. All right. So, anywho, the disputes raised by Ms. Herman in the lawsuit against the trust are just quite plainly disputes between her and Mr. Woods. All dispute, like, look, we could see this, right? We knew this from the top. All disputes, hold on, let me make sure I got this right before I keep going. All disputes arise out of the breakup of their relationship, and all damages arise in connections with Mr. Wood's decision not to permit Miss Herman to re-enter his personal residence following their breakup. Look, bruh, we together. You live with me. We not. You gotta go. It's simple. But she like, no, you were supposed to evict me. And you told me we was going to be in there for 11 years. I remember it. It wasn't 10. It wasn't 12. It was 11. And since you kicked me out with 5 more years on my lease, and that's at least worth $6 million a year for my valuable services. I should get 30 million. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Like, look, this guy's a billionaire going through this. I would expect this from like, well, no, if he wasn't a billionaire, he wouldn't be getting sued. They'll just go their separate ways. But because he a billionaire, because he worked on himself, became the best player in the world at golf, got a wife, divorced, got another girlfriend, cashed her out, got another girlfriend, and now she's trying to cash him out. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's keep going. Now we get into the factual background, guys. The factual. So now you're like, what's the history with their goddamn relationship? Or and Tiger Woods. So you're like, look, let me put it up on the screen, guys. You know me, I get the deed. Who owns the goddamn house? You think her name on the lease?
Nope.
You think her name on the title?
Nope.
You think her name anywhere?
Nope.
Anyway, basically he bought the house on February 28th, 2017. He established the Jupiter Island Irrevocable Homestead Trust. Defendant in this case is his manager, Chris, is named as a trustee. That's his manager, guys. This is the CFO of his company. The same day, Tiger Woods got the deed of the property. Like I said, we gonna breeze through it because we're not reading everything, just the important parts, guys. The only asset held by the trust and the remainder ownership interest is the residence. So basically, the only thing on the trust is the house. It's a 54 million house, guys. 54 million. How many of y'all got 54 million to just put on a house? What's that mortgage payment like? I don't even want to know. Shit, do you even think he has a mortgage payment? He worth $1 billion. You think he just pay it off? Anyway, meantime, Mr. Woods continues to own the life estate in the residence and has a right to exclusive possession of the residence during his lifetime. So as long as he's alive, it's his house. And what you're going to see down the line is if he dies, it goes to his kids. That's it. If he dies, it goes to the kids. Simple as that. All right. So Miss Herman, they had a relationship, guys, in 2017. Okay. After Miss Woods and Miss Herman commenced the relationship, Miss Herman began living in the residence as his guest. Mr. Woods and Miss Herman, it's important to note, They were never married. Never married. It sucks when you have to say that because you don't even want people to think you are married. Because Florida has, you know what Florida has, right? Florida has common law marriage. So at least she ain't tried to divorce him like XQC did. XQC ex-girlfriend. She could have, but it this is the easier route to extract money. Okay, we really don't need to go through the plaintiff's claims, guys, because we know it. She did her extraordinary services. So that's what I'm telling you. Like most of this is just repeat. They have to keep citing it just to make their argument flow. Okay. All right, now we got some stuff. Okay. Now they're like, look, let there be any doubt Ms. Herman claims against the trust or thinly camouflaged claims arise from the disputes between her and Tiger Woods. Okay. They came after they broke up. This is what this first part saying. Okay. The oral tendency came from Tiger Woods. It didn't come from the trust. Remember, this is the trust saying it. The subject of the oral tenancy agreement is Mr. Woods' personal residence with his 2 children. Okay. The claim that she wrongfully prevented from re-entering the residence involves conduct of Mr. Woods. The $40,000, Mr. Woods. You can't sue me because I didn't do anything. That's what the trust is saying. By claiming the right to the residence, Ms. Herman's claims are directly related to Tiger Woods. Damages, Mr. Woods. The trustee holds legal title to the residence, whereas Mr. Woods and his children hold all equitable title to the residence. So the title may be under the trust, but the people who own it, all the money in it, equitable is just a fancy word for saying money, is Tiger Woods and his kids. Shout out to Tiger Woods, man. I wish, like, who wish they was his son to get the $54 million house? Like, hey, when dad goes, y'all gonna get the house. Shit, just the house? I mean, it's $54 million. I mean, he worth $1 billion. I imagine his son is gonna get more. Anyway, look, Mr. Woods penned an arbitration. He like, look, after this action was filed, Mr. Woods commenced an arbitration proceeding against Ms. Herman before AA. So basically, after she filed this, he was like, we need to go to arbitration. Okay. That's basically all this is saying. In his statement to the AA, Woods alleged that Ms. Herman signed the agreement whereby she signed the confidential arbitration of all disputes between the Woods. Okay. So look, you signed it, it's valid. Okay. Now they about to just, this is what I really don't look, this is more repeat. Okay. And well, the blue stuff is the new stuff. Blue stuff new, other stuff I don't read. So in their arbitration, claims against the lawsuit are subject to arbitration. There is no oral tenancy. So this is what he's saying. I want arbitration to figure out. There is no oral tenancy agreement entitling her to occupy the residence. Like, could you imagine you kick someone out and she's asking the judge, like, hey, can you make him make me stay or pay me out? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, so he's like, hey, in arbitration, 1, is this subject to arbitration? 2, if it is, can you determine the oral tenancy agreement? It was not true. 3, she's not entitled to damages in connection with the removal of personal belongings or the alleged $40,000. In other words, Woods claims the arbitration completely and totally overlapped the claims in this case. So look, it may seem small to you guys, but he is fighting for it to go to arbitration. She is fighting to have it basically on the center stage. Like this, like, is so fascinating to me. Anywho, because considering it was a girlfriend, this is not a wife. This was his living girlfriend for 6 years. This is why, anyway. So a motion to compel arbitration. This is basically saying, look, man, judge, instead of the context of litigation and publicity that is likely to follow, Ms. Herman improperly seeks to leverage payment from Mr. Woods in the amount that no arbitral forum would ever award. Such gamemanship should not be tolerated. Like, look, his lawyer is on to her game. Yes, she wants to make it as splashy as possible. She probably leaked it to the press. Now, this stuff was covered, but you like, Henry, this happened almost last year. Where is the good stuff? I'm like, just look, I want you guys to see the whole thing, guys. The whole thing. Okay, so look, they're saying, hey, look, she agreed to arbitration. And I really don't want to read all of this, but basically any claims against Tiger Woods got to go through arbitration. Okay. This yellow person, she agreed that they were giving up rights that they would not benefit from if they didn't go through arbitration. Basically, you're signing away your rights when you go through arbitration. Same way when you sign away your rights when you go through a prenup. You're saying, hey, I'm signing this piece of paper to evade the law. I'm signing this piece of paper to create my own law. That's what the arbitration is. Hey, this is how we're going to conduct things if we can't agree. No different from a prenup. Because if you don't sign a prenup, you agree into the state's prenup. If you don't sign the arbitration agreement, then you agree into the state's laws where she's suing your ass. So that's what I know. This is a lot. This is real. It's a lot of information. And I wish I would have started covering this sooner, because then we could have just went through kind of way like I did XQC, where I just milked it, where I was just giving y'all like one document every other day. Anyway, the trust may enforce the agreement to arbitrate, guys. Look, basically, this is a roundabout way of saying, hey, we gotta go through arbitration. Moreover, this is the same thing. Hey, this is a court case that says arbitration. Arbitration. He is begging for arbitration. And this nexus thing right here, this nexus comment, since he's at the center of it, okay? Nexus, he's at the center. Because there was a sufficient nexus between the claims against the signatory defendant in the contract containing the arbitration agreement, the arbitration clause applies. So basically, he's citing other court cases saying, hey, we both signed this arbitration agreement. This needs to go to arbitration, judge. Like, what? But he's fighting for it. And she's about to fight back in a major way. And you're going to be like, oh, shit. Oh, she is about to pull, like, when you see what she pulled, I'll describe it. She occupied the residence only because of the agreement between her and Tiger Woods. That's it. If there was no agreement with Tiger Woods, she wouldn't be in there. Florida has done this before when they just were other cases. You got to go through arbitration, guys. I know this is seeming like very redundant. It's redundant just me saying it, but I'm like, this how important it is that he is saying arbitration in almost every paragraph. Look, every paragraph, he's citing court cases, he's citing case law that says, hey, we got to go to arbitration. We got to get this out the media. I can't have this in the media. I can't be at a tournament and they're like, Tiger, why'd you cook your girlfriend out? He can't answer those questions. It would just distract him. This is a huge distraction for him, his family, everyone around him. Okay. Plaintiff likewise cannot logically dispute her claims against the trust. You can't sue the trust, guys. It's iron. It's kind of ironclad. But we got to keep going. We gonna zoom to the NDA, because I think that's what we want to see. This is a roundabout way of him proving through case law, even Airbnb, right? He's like, look, even in the recent Airbnb case, look, this case, like this, the ink ain't even dry, because they have what they call what is it? It's like click. There we go. Terms of service. When you agree to the terms of service, they have an arbitration clause in there. And the special word for it is, I didn't highlight it, which sucks. There we go. Click wrap agreement. Click wrap agreement. This isn't everything. Your iPhone, like, it was a great South Park episode where it's like, yo, why didn't you read? It's like, I just clicked it. It's like, but you should have read the terms of service. Now we got to turn you into a human centipede and you signed for it. If you saw that episode, oh my God, it's probably it's up there with top episodes. So basically it's just saying, hey, you signed, you got to go through arbitration. Airbnb, same thing. Now he's like, look, motion to stay, guys, is, hey, we just stop the case right here and we see where arbitration goes. That's it. Motion to stay. Look, he is fighting this. You think like, should he just pay her the money?
Nope.
Like, he is fighting this case, guys. Like, I don't think people understand how detrimental it can be when you like, I love this girl. I just want to be with her. I want to spend all my free time with her. And then when the relationship is over, she like, what where's my severance package? Oh yes, she watched that episode. All right. So I was like, yeah, that episode is crazy. Maybe at the end, if we got time, I'll play it. I'll play it. So here's the conclusion. Basically saying, hey, arbitration, this shit between Mr. Woods and her, arbitration. Now let's see the damn NDA. Let's see the NDA. All right. Here we go with the NDA. Now it's gonna be redacted, but don't worry, guys. I have it. She basically says what's in it in the court document. She's like, well, can I say this? Can I say that? And I'm like, you basically asking the judge to rule on the NDA. So Exhibit A, remember, Exhibit A is the NDA. All right. And y'all about to see it. All 18,000 of y'all. If y'all here, just hit the like button for me. All 18, like, look, someone says, hey, yo, I got Tiger Woods NDA. All right, so let me go up. It's moving a little too fast. This is the non-disclosure acknowledgement agreement. It's private and confidential. This stuff is blacked out by Tiger Woods, not by me. But we're gonna figure out it. We gonna get to that later. We're gonna get to that later when we get to how she's about to break this all open. And basically, this is Tiger Woods saying, look, dispute resolution, we have to go through the arbitration. That's all he's doing. It says, look, we got an NDA. We got an NDA. We got to go through this. And here we go, right here. Each of us understands, acknowledges, and agrees that by agreeing to arbitration, we are giving up any rights we may have to a trial by judge or jury with regard to matters which are required to be submitted to mandatory binding arbitration. We also understand, acknowledge, and agree that there is no right to appeal or review of an arbitrator's award, as there would be a right of appeal or review of a judge jury's decision. So look, man, I'm telling y'all, this is crazy. It's crazy. All right. Here's everyone's signature. August 9th, 2017. What I don't like though is that for her address, they put Tiger Woods' address. Maybe because this is where the NDA applies. While she's at this residence, while she's living here, she must adhere to this NDA. And you like, Henry, well, if she's adhering to it, what? How does she break it? How does she break the NDA? What's going on? All right, here we go. Hope y'all ready. Hope y'all sitting down. And this is she not playing fair right here. She not playing fair. And I could prove it. And since y'all been here since the beginning, y'all gonna be able to see it. Like you can be like, yo, shit, Henry taught us something today. Okay. So this is her response to the motion to compel for arbitration. And when you see it, you can't unsee it. And you're gonna know just like how dirty people could be. Okay, so let's go up to the top. I'll make it bigger so you guys can see it. So you can see it. You can see it with your own eyes. I am sitting down. All right, good. Be sitting down because this is Tiger Woods. This is a billionaire. This was filed January 19th, 2023. You see, as we closely working our way back, a judge ain't said nothing yet. Nothing on the docket. So this is them going back and forth because they kind of know where it's going. Okay. All right. So here she go. Plaintiff's opposition motion to compel arbitration and stay claims against defendant. Okay. So this is her. Plaintiff Erica, through her counsel, hereby opposes the motion to compel arbitration and stay claims against Tiger Woods and cross moves for an order that this court, not an arbitrator, that must determine the validity and enforceability of the purported arbitration agreement. In support thereof, the plaintiff states as follows. Oh, shit. All right, guys. The defendant seeks to force this dispute into arbitration despite federal law that requires it to be heard here. You like federal law? She is citing the Ending Forced Arbitration of SA and SH Act of 2021. Y'all see it? You see it? She's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We can't go to arbitration if maybe I was SA'd or SH'd. So you like, Henry, what is this? Henry, we don't even know what the EFAA is. It's brand new. It's brand new. This is how she just rev it up. You like, SA, what? Now, this law requires that both dispute be heard, not by an arbitrator, but in court to decide whether the statutes applies, as well as the validity and enforceability of the purported arbitration agreement. All right, so you like, what the hell is this EFAA? I'm like, all right, I got y'all. Just chill. I got y'all. All right. So here we go. This is from Congress. I can make it a little bigger, but you're just gonna listen to my voice because we're not about to walk through it. Okay, but basically, this is a new act, and this is to keep. You can kind of call this the. This act may be cited as the blah 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 act, the EFAA. In general, we don't want people who are victims of this heinous act to go to arbitration, right? So if I touch Sanuka, if I touch sand, right? And saying like, yo, I'm gonna report you. I'm like, no, let's go to arbitration. That's like, look, no more of this, because what happened, guys, is it started getting out of hand. It started getting out of hand where basically a bunch of women were coming forward and saying they were victims of SA or SH. And they say, we can't talk because we went through arbitration, signed an NDA. Basically, we can't talk because we took the money. And now that they spent all the money, they want to talk. So Congress was like, okay, look, we got to stop this because this is the move. This is the play. Someone touch you, you go through arbitration, they give you a bag, you can never speak of it again. All right. But it gets worse, guys. It gets worse. Like, yo, what? Yes. All right. Well, she want that money, man. She want the money. Goddamn. All right. So she said, look, we can't do this because SA, okay? As such, the court should deny Tiger Woods' motion to compel arbitration, and the plaintiff respectfully cross moves and requests that the court now determine that it will be the one to decide if it goes to arbitration and related dispute under that act, the EFAA. That's what she's hanging her hat on. But remember, guys, remember on this cover sheet? Remember this cover sheet? Remember this? Hey, does this case involve allegations of SA? What did she say?
Nope.
You see it right here, right where my mouse is. They asked you like, hey, you saying Tiger Woods SA'd you, but 3 months ago you said he didn't. What are you changing your story to get out that damn arbitration? She's like, no, I would never do that. Oh, I didn't. Anyway, you see it right there. It's on your screen. Oh, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. Guys. Look, I don't know. Like, news outlets are covering it, but they're just basically repeating what TMZ said. No one is really pulling the paperwork for themselves to look at it and be like, yo, wait, what? What? Wait, what? Wait, hold up. You like, yo, Henry, what happened? I just got here. I just got here. What happened? She like, I was with Tiger Woods for 6 years, and he told me that I could live in his house for 11 years, and he kicked me out and dropped me off at the airport, paid for me a hotel, took my $40,000, and now I have nothing, and I'm going to sue him for $30 million, but since it's looking like I'm losing, I got to pull the SA out my back pocket to throw the Hail Mary like Aaron Rodgers did in the fourth to get into the playoffs. Like, what the hell? Like, yo, I can't, man. Like, this is wild, man. Like, I pray. Anyway, let's get back to it, guys. I told you it gets worse. It gets worse. And this is just the lawsuit number one. Lawsuit number two is tame. We should be done within about 20 minutes. 20 minutes, guys. We're gonna keep it tight. This is just a small group. We can have asking some questions. We can have fun. Tiger, you're right. Bushido, like, Tiger can't catch a break.
Nope.
He can't. Not with these women. He a target. Now he may know he's a target. Okay. Who would decide arbitration is critical threshold issue? Duh. It is right for immediate decision. A defendant's motion to compel arbitration notes Tiger Woods commenced a parallel arbitration that arises from the same set of acts and circumstances as Ms. Herman's claims and actions involves the same individuals who will be witness to this action. So this is a fancy way. Remember when she first filed the suit and he instantly said, "Hey, we got to go to arbitration." She like,
"Nope.
No, I don't care what you say. Like, this is sad, man. I hate seeing this. I hate seeing this for Tiger because inevitably Tiger ain't ever living with a woman again. You could chalk that shit all the way up. Same for Mr. Kyle. Same. Anyway, we'll get to it. It involves the same conduct that has been raised in the action regarding removal or misrepresentation of Ms. Herman's personal property. Plaintiff disagrees that arbitration by Tiger Woods is proper. I like how she's saying Tiger Woods. You know, you're supposed to be saying Eldrick Woods, but you know, hey, like you throw in Tiger Woods, so that way anyone who is reading this, like, yo, this is Tiger Woods. You throw in Eldrick Woods, maybe people may not even know it's Tiger Woods. Okay. She has demanded that the American Arbitration Association terminate the proceedings on the basis that she was SA'd. And she submitted that on January 8th, 2013. Now, the stuff that she submits to arbitration, I can't get, and I would never be able to get because that's his intended purpose. Okay, under the plain language of the EFA, the validity and enforceability of the purported arbitration agreement, as well as the EFAA, applies to given dispute exclusively for a court to decide, not an arbitrator. Like, this is, look, they playing dirty, man. They're playing dirty. You like, yo, we were boyfriend and girlfriend for 6 years. Now you accusing me of SA? Like, what? She's removing consent. It sounds like removing consent. Okay, so basically, I'm not about to read all this, but this is just a fancy way of saying, look, this can't go through arbitration. You can't put SA through arbitration. You can't. It just challenges. You can't do it because of that act. All right, let's keep going. All right, hold on. My mouse tripping, guys. My mouse is tripping. It's moving so fast. This means that once the plate, look, they know what they're doing. This is a good court case, Henry. Man, I don't know why. Like, I appreciate all 20,000 of y'all in here, but see what the problem is, people don't know how good of a court case this is. These court cases, like Mr. Kyle's divorce or alleged divorce, Bad Bunny, Tiger Woods, these cases, once finally dissolved, can be case studies in law school because they're so new, so current. There's so many of them. Like, this is so fascinating to me, guys. That's why I do it. Like, I'm going through a divorce, but hopefully I'm educating y'all 20,000 people. Like, yo, y'all looking like this, like, wait, what? You mean a girlfriend could sue her boyfriend for 30 million, even though they were never married? And she could break the NDA by just alleging SA? Like, what? Y'all better I would be scared as shit. I am scared. I am. My sister said I'm traumatized by my divorce. Maybe it's traumatic. It is traumatic. But anyway, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going so we can get to the second part because it gets worse, guys. It gets worse. It gets worse. You like, well, how much worse can it get? I'm like, you're going to see how worse it can get. And I'm explaining to you how worse it is. So this means once the plaintiff invoked this statute, it requires the court to decide whether plaintiff's claim is arbitratable. It forbids an arbitrator from making that decision. So like, this is like, look, we're hearing this in court or whatever. You like, God damn, man. Like, this is how you look. You can tell so much about a person after they leave you. Yeah, it's coming, man. Chad Billington been paying attention. Yeah, that 150K is coming. She's trying to get more. But anyway, we ain't talking about me today. We talking about Tiger Woods, y'all. So she's playing chess. She like, oh, you trying to get arbitration? Well, let me play my wild card, SA. All right. Now she says, overall, plaintiff seeks an order from this court finding that it has exclusive jurisdiction to determine the jurisdiction. Then when jurisdiction has been decided by the court, plaintiff will seek full adjudication of her claims herein, and likely Mr. Woods' related allegations as well, including any assertion that she is subject to underlying non-disclosure agreements, which among those problems would fall into the scope of the Federal Speak Out Act. You like, whoa, what the? You like, Henry, what is the Federal Speak Out Act? Okay, guys. Okay. All right. I'm going to tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm not going to introduce something and not tell you what it is. You're like, first we got the EFAA, and now we got the Federal Speak Out Act. Like, oh, shit. Now, look, you were putting major pressure on these judges. You're like, Henry, what the hell is the Federal Speak Out Act? Okay. Remember, guys, Federal Speak Out Act. And when you hear it, this is going to blow your mind. And then we're going to get to what's in this NDA in the next lawsuit, because I told you it gets worse. So this is Congress again, right? This is Congress again. Okay. Let me make sure. All right. So the Speak Out Act, okay, is to protect people who were SA'd while at work. Remember, she's providing extraordinary services. That's what the Speak Out Act is. Here we go, right here. In one, sexual SA, pervasive in the workplace. Is it? So now she's like, well, I was working for you, and it took place while I was working for you. So we can't go to arbitration, Mr. Woods. We have to hear this in a court of law. So look, she invoked 2 acts, right? Now you the judge, you the judge overseeing this, right? You are the judge, and you like, oh, shit. I like Tiger Woods, and I know what's happening here. I know she's weaponizing these acts to get it not to go into arbitration. But I'm a judge. I got bills to pay. Do I really want on my record that I, Judge Resilient, turned down what was her name? Erica Gold Digger. SA claim. Okay, against Tiger Woods. Do I want to say she's lying? Nope. No, we believe all women on the stand. Well, they don't, but they gotta get reelected. They gotta get reelected. And people like, who is our lawyer? I'm gonna tell you exactly how it works. Okay. You like, Henry, how do you know how it works? Just trust me. You say, San, you suing Tiger Woods. And you want to break the NDA. You want to escape arbitration. You want your $30 million. I say, San, is there a possibility that Tiger Woods may have SA'd or SH'd you? And you like, why would you ask me that? I'm just saying, because if he did, we could bring that up in the court case, and we could guarantee that a judge makes a ruling and not arbitration. So did he touch you when you didn't want to be touched? Did he do anything of that nature? Well, now that you mention it, yeah, I think he did. And you like, oh, okay. You didn't tell me that in the beginning. No, I didn't coach you, San. I just asked you a question. And you said yes, San. San, you said yes. I didn't coach you. I didn't say, can you say he touched you? I didn't say that. I asked you, did he touch you? My job is good. I just asked you a question, and you gave me an answer. I provided you with a scenario and how it will work out. That's what you hired me for. I'm lawyer resilient for you today. Okay? I'm asking you questions. Did he touch you? Because if he touched you, we can put this in the court file, and then we can go to the next step. All right, so let's get back to it. People on Twitch, shout out to everybody on Twitch. Like, you're like, nah, you touched me. Yo, I love Twitch, man. I got to get more. I got to get more active on there. But that's how it works, guys. All right, so let's get back to it, guys. Let's get back to it. So we can get to the next one. And I'm gonna show you how to break an NDA. Then we're gonna get out of here, man, because it's Friday. I gotta go to work in the morning. I hope my daughter don't wake up. All that good stuff. All right, so here we go. Let's make it bigger. So now she's like, I gotta go to the Federal Speak Out Act. Oh, gosh, man, this is so bad. The plaintiff reserved the right to submit further points and authorities in support of her position in advance of any hearings. So she like, look, I'm going to sit like I know I didn't provide any evidence, and I know I just mentioned SA, but in the future, I should be able to provide it before any hearings on this case, because they know there's going to be a hearing, kind of like with XQC and Adept. There's a hearing coming up pretty soon. I'll probably do some of that content, but hey, I want to be able to submit stuff before the hearing. Okay. Now look, she respectfully requests that the court grant her relief. Now she's seeking some goddamn relief. You're like, God damn, man. You know, relief is court slang for money. Like when someone say I need some relief, they're like, yo, Henry, I need money, man. Okay, here's the certificate of service. They served him, yada, yada, yada. Like, and you like, God damn. Okay, now this is where Tiger Woods like, yo, this has gotten out of hand. This has gotten out of hand. Now enter Tiger Woods into the courtroom. This is the first time you're hearing from Tiger Woods. This is the first time. This is the first time he's like, look, we got a motion to intervene. He like, this was filed on 3/8. So roughly 14 days ago. He like, look, this shit's gotten too far, guys. This was my girlfriend and she's suing me. And I know I've been whatchamacallit. I know I've been letting my manager handle this, but now the big dog has entered the building. He's entered the lawsuit. He's like, look, let me get in at this. This is Tiger Woods, y'all. He coming in hot. Like, yo, what the Now look, we're not gonna go through everything because most of it's review. Hold up. Wood said, hold up, wait a minute. I gotta defend myself. So basically the introduction is just him basically, look at this, man. In his action brought under Florida Residential Tenant Act, Wood's former girlfriend Erica seeks damages in $30 million based on this oral tendency that Miss Hammond alleges permitted to live rent-free and expense-free in Mr. Wood's personal residence for the next 5 years. Like, what the fuck? Oh, they need to lay down the pen. Look, they about to lay it down. They're about to lay it down. And look, I'm not reading all of this. Like, we're just gonna go through the highlighted part because all of this is just basically him saying, look, I have a right to intervene, guys. She's in a roundabout suing me, so I have a right to intervene. And you like, God damn. You know it's bad when Tiger's like, yo, look, Tiger Woods enters the chat. Okay, he owns the trust. We're just gonna get to the whatchamacallit. See, look, factual background. We already know the factual background. We already know all of this stuff, guys. We know it. We know it. We've seen it. We know her claims. We don't care about her claims. But basically, Tiger Woods is like, look, y'all gotta let me cook. Let him cook now. Where my mouse is freezing up. Like this is bad. When you a billionaire and you claim you gotta fight a freaking lawsuit from your ex-girlfriend, I'll be pissed off. Like, I'm supposed to be doing other stuff. All right, so here we go. This is the new stuff. So let him cook now. Yeah, man. I gotta get that sound effect. I gotta get that sound effect. Okay, so on January 26th, however, AAA placed arbitration in abeyance after Miss Herman invoked she was touched. And look what his lawyer says. Unsurprisingly, Miss Herman had invoked the I Was Touched Act or whatever. And they knew it was coming because lawyers know. They know, like, okay, the only way she can get this out of arbitration is if she says this. And he's like, okay, she's saying it. All right. She said it. All right, we gotta get in. We gotta get active. We gotta get active because she's saying this shit. And you're like, God damn. The fuck? All right, so she says she was touched, and a court must determine whether her claims under Florida Residential Tenant Act involve SA before arbitration can resume. So basically, they know the lay of the game. They know it is the I Was Touched Act. Look, I'm not trying to make light of it, guys. I know people gonna probably clip me like Henry's making light of SA victims. I'm like, I'm not, but it's basically the I Was Touched Act. Okay, without consent. Assuming Mr. Woods is permitted to intervene, he and the trust will seek an immediate determination from this court that Ms. Herman's landlord claims do not constitute SA, despite her claiming it. Herman must be compelled to arbitrate. So basically saying, look, you got to throw out this SA stuff. We got to go to arbitration. Look, he touched her. All right, I'll just show y'all the sex tape. I'm tired of it. I'll show you the sex tape. Y'all want to see Tiger Woods touching her? I'll show it. All right, guys. Tiger Woods and her performing her extraordinary services. See it? There you go. There you go, right there. All right. So there you go. Now have you seen it? Now have you seen the tape? You've seen the tape. We all seen the tape. And that was her doing her extraordinary services. So he like, look, throw out this SA stuff, man. And Ms. Herman must be compelled to arbitrate. To be perfectly clear, by following this motion, Mr. Woods is not waiving the right to arbitrate his disputes with Ms. Herman. He wanted to make that clear. To the contrary, given Ms. Herman's what's that word? Specious argument of the I was touched applies to her claims and actions as well. Mr. Woods claims in arbitration proceedings. Okay, Mr. Woods seeks to intervene in this action, necessary means of enforcing his right to arbitrate. You're like, look, we gotta take this shit to arbitration. Okay, like that's all he's saying. Okay, look, he's like, look at the Supreme Court case, Judge. The first trial court must determine that interest asserted by potential intervener is appropriate to supportive intervention. So basically, like, hey, can he intervene? Yeah, man. Look, you're suing him. He should be able to intervene. Okay. Determine the parameters of the intervention, so the court can determine the parameters. Look, his full intervention. You can't sue the estate. Like, this is, man. How much money do you think it's costing him to fight this freaking case? And then when you see the next case, you be like, oh shit, it's over. All right, the court should consider whether the intervener has absolute right to intervene. We know he has the right to intervene, guys. We don't have to go down this road again. Nothing is more sacred to him than his home, which she knows. That's why she's attacking the home. He spent $54 freaking million on it. It's important to him. He put it in a trust immediately, so people, those little vultures, can't sue him and try to take his home. That's all this is. This is him entering the chat. Okay. Beneficiaries are him and his kids. Like I know it seems like I'm skipping a lot, but I'm really not. I'm giving y'all like the cliff notes. Like, look, we got to get through. We got to get to the next lawsuit because that's the bigger one, if you ask me. It's necessary or proper party. It's his house. He's indispensable. That's all this is. Look, he spent 13 pages basically outlining why he should be able to intervene. Ms. Herman alleges that she is entitled to possession of the residence during a time when Mr. Woods is entitled to exclusive possession of the residence. Like, that's the 5-year, the 11-year crap or whatever. Yep. As set forth, Ms. Herman's complaint, the 5-year term, alleges that the oral tenancy agreement extends at a minimum to October 2027. Like, what the fuck? Look, all right, you know what? Let's do oh shit. I would say let's do a poll, but I say I got people on Twitch. Who think he told her 11 years, man? If you think you told her 11 years, just say, yeah, he said it. And put 11 years in the chat or something, man. Put 11 years in the chat if you think he said, yeah, you can stay with me for 11 years. Like, what the hell? Oh, man. This is, gosh, man, guys. Anyone live with their girlfriend over here? Anyone? If you watch my content and you live with your girlfriend, you may be having second thoughts. you may have second thoughts because I've covered 2 major cases where girlfriends are suing them. Okay. By these allegations, she seeks an order from this court that the trust must allow her to remain in the residence where Mr. Woods resides with his children. Ain't no way in hell any court is awarding that. Like, oh gosh. Gosh. Now we about to see I showed y'all the deed already, right? Yeah, I showed y'all the deed. All right, so that was March 8th. Now, what's this right here? Basically, here comes the person she sued, the manager. He just doubling down on it. He like, look, man, I don't know. Take me out of this. Take me out of this. Look, yes, Ms. Herman does nothing more than okay, here we go. He kind of roasting her right here. He kind of roasting her. Okay. Yet Ms. Herman does nothing more than cite the I Was Touched Act or whatever. She has never asserted these claims of SA or SH and does not so in her landlord-tenant action. And if truthful, she can never do so. Ms. Herman's bare reference to the statute without any allegations to support the application or facts in this case is insufficient to relieve Ms. Herman for her contractual obligation to arbitrate. Okay, so they look. Rather, it is a transparent abuse of judicial process. So they're kind of calling her out. That undermines the purpose of the federal statute and those whom the statutes seek to protect. You see, this is his way of saying like she's abusing the law because it was meant for people who were actually touched, not bitter ex-girlfriends, okay? Get this shit out of here. Get it out of here. All right, we know the background. We know they were, she was doing all that. She signed the damn agreement. Honor the contract, woman. Like, she like, no, I want the money. If I honor the contract, I'm not gonna get the money. I need the money. I'm broke. She like, I saw her the other day. When she sent me a message, and I'm like, what's going on? And this is the message she sent me.
God, why do I have to work? I am sexy. I am sexy. Why am I working? What is this?
My response to her, I was like, look, Erica.
You want to pay your bills? You want to pay rent? You want to get Starbucks? You better work, bitch. You want to get groceries? You want to feed your cats? You want to watch Netflix? You better work, bitch.
She gotta work. She like F working. I'm just gonna sue my ex-boyfriend. Like, what the fuck? What? He a billionaire. He can give me 30 million. Like, nope. Anywho. So this basically says, look, here you go right here. Here you go right here. He kind of gets at it, right? And he's kind of like using the law against her. He's saying, look, the federal statute does not apply. You tried to say you was touched act, but we're not in arbitration because you were touched. This is only for people who were touched that, if I touch Sam and I say, Sam, we got to go to arbitration, and Sam like, hell no, I got the I Was Touched Act backing me up. We don't have to go to arbitration. So they're saying she's misusing the law. Okay. If it was a true SH dispute, this ain't a true SH dispute. This is you kick me out and I want 30 million. So, okay, so here we go right here. Now they call her out. They like tellingly, when completing the civil cover sheet for this action, plaintiff's counsel check the box no when asked, does this case involve allegations of SA? Consistent with the acknowledgement, Ms. Herman's self-titled complaint. And you know that because I got it. I'm like, yo, look, when I come correct. Here we go right here. Nothing. She checked no. This is a fact. This fact's over feelings. Like, hey, does this case involve SA? No. All of a sudden you start losing. All of a sudden now you're like, yeah, it involves SA. Like, what the hell? What the hell, guys? Come on, guys. What's going on with this? Anywho. And it doesn't violate the Florida Tenant Act because she didn't get kicked out for SA. And they cite this that she's suing for 30 million. Like, how, like, if you a judge and you looking at this, you're like, what the hell? What the hell? So look, they're like, get this shit out of here. Basically, that's all this is saying is get it out of here. Send it to arbitration. My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. All right, guys. What do you guys think of that? Now, look, you like Henry. How does it get worse? Where's the NDA? I'm like, all right, let's look. Y'all want the NDA? Okay, because now we in NDA territory. So now this lawsuit right here, guys. I know I'm like, y'all ain't even giving out some room to breathe. This lawsuit right here started March 6th. And this is all about the NDA. This is, hey, I need to talk. I need to talk. I need to sell a book. I need to cash a check. I need to do something because what I'm doing ain't working. It ain't working. All right, so here is the form. Now, look, you're going to see this form. You're going to notice something right away that's different. You're going to notice something that's right away. You're going to be like, what? This is different. So they filed on, now this is the main event, guys. I did have a death by scent, but I'm behind on time. So I want to kind of get through this. And this is only 4 pages, and we're going to get through it quickly. Now, you know, she's suing for over $100,000. This is a separate lawsuit. So it has to go through its own separate process. Okay. Contracts and indebtedness. So this is now, hey, this is about a contract. You're like, well, what contract, Henry? What contract you think? What contract do you think? We go down. We keep going. You like, Henry, what's going on? We know she's seeking monetary relief. We know it's about the money. Is this a class action lawsuit? No, my rights were not violated. Has any notice been related to the case been filed? Yes. She lists the Jupiter case. And what else did she say? Now, does this case involve allegations of SA? Yes. Come on, man. You can't make this stuff up. You can't. She just filed a new lawsuit and she just covered her tracks. She's like, oh, yeah, y'all caught me on that last one. I didn't put this in the first one. Oh, I'm going to put it in the second one. And you like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Now, remember, guys, this is to kind of destroy Tiger Woods' image. Okay? He on the backswing. His son is doing good. He breaks up with his girlfriend, drops her off at the airport, and now she like, pay me. All right, so here's our lawsuit. This is a completely different lawsuit. This is not the same as the first one. And I appreciate y'all rocking with me. All 17,000 of y'all. If you could hit that like button, help me out. Help me with the algorithm. All right, so here's her complaint. She's suing Tiger Woods because now she knows she could sue him directly as long as she mentions SA. The court has jurisdiction because she mentioned the he touched me. It's for $50,000, so it's federal court. It's in excess of $50,000, so it's for federal court. This case involves purported NDA. So now she's challenging the NDA. And you're like, Henry, what's in the NDA? What can she not do? And since y'all with me, I'm gonna show you because what she's doing is she's gonna say what's in the NDA and say, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do that? And you're gonna be like, wait, that's very specific. That must be an NDA. Okay. All right, so here we go. Where we at? I'm sorry about that. So she's challenging the NDA that she signed. Plaintiff had a long-term relationship with Tiger Woods, both professionally and personally. Okay. Remember, she's citing that she worked for him. And what happens with these guys, these rich dudes, they put their girlfriends on 1099s. So she does have a check stub and say, oh yeah, I was working for him. I got my W-2. And which is her allowance. The defendant calls Woods' NDA to be executed, okay? A trust controlled by the defendant has taken the position in litigation that the Woods NDA is enforceable against the plaintiff. The trust also disclosed in litigation that the defendant has asserted the Woods NDA is enforceable against the plaintiff by commencing an arbitration. So look, they're like, oh, it's arbitration, okay? The plaintiff is her, believes that Tiger Woods' NDA is invalid and unenforceable. However, there's an issue not legally certain in that the plaintiff incurred doubt about her and the defendant's respective obligations and rights. So now she like, what's my rights under this NDA? You know, like it's just like the prenup. Like, is the prenup valid? Can we challenge it? Like Dr. Dre did. Like, you know, his wife, she challenged it. He had an aneurysm. He almost died, and she like, if he dies, I get $800 million. And he was like, not today. I'm back from the dead. All right, so where we at? The uncertainty is accurate and important because of the aggressive use of the NDA. Now, look, you signed it. Now you're talking about is it aggressive? Like, what the fuck? What do you mean it's aggressive? It's used as its intended process, as it's supposed to be used. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell, man? You can't catch a break, man. You can't catch a break. Okay? The allegations, it doesn't matter what she says. What matters is coming towards the end. Plaintiff requests that declaratory relief addresses the present and ascertainable controversy about the existence or non-existence of an immunity power privilege. This is all chicken ball. We want to know what the hell is she challenging? Okay? What the hell is she challenging? I'm like, all right, here we go. Plaintiff requests that the court grant her a declaration that the Woods NDA is not valid or enforceable. So she like, hey, throw this goddamn NDA out. Or in an alternative, if the Woods NDA is valid and enforceable in any part defining the specific scope of any allegations under the Woods NDA, she like, I want to know what I can talk about. Included but not limited to whether the extent of the limits of the plaintiff's freedom to disclose. She wants to share her own experiences, the experiences of her family members, photographs and recordings of herself and her family members, information held, witnessed, or learned by people who are not covered by the NDA, information from sources other than the defendant, information on topics that the defendant has discussed or otherwise disclosed to other people that are not covered by the NDA, information required or permanent to be disclosed by law, regulation, rules. Oh, snap. Hold on. My daughter's up. Hold on. Get back, baby. Get back, silly. All right. Come here, baby. You woke up. Okay, say hi, everybody. You're not gonna talk? All right, so sorry about that. Daughter woke up. It's okay. She about to rest on me and go to sleep. All right. And we gonna wrap this up pretty quickly. Sorry about that, guys. Like, you know, my daughter won't ever be on this stream. She woke up. All right, so what's in the NDA, guys? I hate to do this, but we gonna get through it. We gonna just kind of rush through it. Sorry about that. Was I loud, baby? Did I wake you up? Yeah, she want to go back to sleep. Okay. So she's rested on me, going to sleep. So I'm going to try to wrap this up in about 10 minutes, and we're going to go through it really quickly. We might have to do a part 2. So basically, where we at? The NDA is unenforceable. The plaintiff's claim in the case of determination. She's trying to get it out on the Touch Me Act and the whatchamacallit? The Speak Out Act and the He Touched Me Act. And she's demanding a jury trial. So you like, what's in the NDA? And now I'm going to show you this. Tiger Woods, he responds. We're going to go through this quickly. Sorry, because, man, my daughter woke up. I'm shocked she woke up. I'll make this bigger. I feel really bad. But, you know, I'm a father. So this happens. I told y'all she could wake up. Did you have a bad dream? No? You got pee-pee? No? All right, cool. All right. So Tiger Woods responds, and this is all chicken balk, but let me make sure I got the right one. Oh, this is her. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. 313. Defendant's motion to compel arbitration and stay the claims. This is him saying, look, man, we need to get this in arbitration. He wants this out the media. He wants this out of public record as quickly as possible. So he filed this on 313, which is 9 days ago. And what's he saying? he recites the case, and right here in this petition, plaintiff Erica seeks a declaration from the court, and he says there was a lack of consideration for the agreement. The agreement is unconscionable. This is what she's saying. She's citing the Federal Speak Out Act. Alternatively, Ms. Herman asked the court to determine and define the scope of the agreement. Finally, yet another attempt for her to avoid arbitration. She disingenuously seeks a declaration that she cannot be obligated to arbitrate her disputes. So, like, his lawyer is on it, guys. His lawyer knows what she's trying to do. Notably, the statute applies only to claims relating to SA disputes or SH disputes. So they're like, look, she's trying to misuse it. It's kind of like a buzzword that she's pulling out. Bless you. You sneeze? I got tissue. Sorry. So she's trying to do it to get around it. We all know it. We all know what's happening. Everyone knows it. I got you, baby. Okay. Go ahead. She done sneezed on my shirt, y'all. She done sneezed on my top. I'm about to take it to the dry cleaners. They all know what she's doing. It's bless you. I got you. I got you. All right. All right. So Ms. Herman's complaint does nothing more than cite those federal statutes. She has never asserted any claims for SA or SH against Mr. Woods, does not so in this case, and cannot do so truthfully. So basically, this is a way of calling her a liar. That's it. Hey, she's lying. And we all kind of can see. And then he says, look, this is Herman's attempt to use the statute to prevent arbitration of her claims is nothing short of a rank abuse of the judicial process that undermines the purpose of the statute and those who the statute seek to protect. Accordingly, this court should compel her to arbitrate. So he's like, look, man, send this to arbitration. We don't care about the background. This is basically all he's doing. Remember, guys, most of this stuff is just repeat. The new stuff will be highlighted. I'm not intentionally skipping over it. Now, she responds to this, right? She responds, but we about to see what he says. I set forth the court determines that her claims to this case do not relate to a SA dispute. And that's what he's saying. Hey, this ain't SA, this ain't SH. Get this the hell out of here. Shout out to Tammy for still rocking with me. Appreciate you. Oh, you want to say hi to Tammy? No? All right, you sleepy. She's sleeping on me, y'all. Try as might, this court will not find a single reference. Okay, so like, look, you will not find a single reference to an allegation of SA, SH, or even a reference to any federal laws of, I can't say it, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, she's basically doing this. This is a roundabout way of professionally saying she signed it. Now, I'm pretty sure he ends this with showing a freaking copy of the arbitration again. And we're not going to go to that, but because we're going to go to whatchamacallit, what she posted, because she responded. She's like, look, I want more stuff in here. Her responses are so much better than Tiger's, if you ask me, because they're so straight to the point, where he's giving out 30 pages to say we need to go to arbitration. All right, so this is what she filed. Let me get Tammy about it. Do that. So you guys can see. She like, look, we need to come back to this. I need to know more things that I can say. And I highlighted the new stuff. So we knew what she wanted before, and she added some things to say, hey, can I talk about, and this is how she wins. This is how she breaks it right here. And this is kind of like the main event. This is like the main way to break it, to break an NDA. And it's highlighted. What's wrong, baby? Your nose? Okay, better? All right. All right, so you like, Henry, how did we break an NDA? And she's about to do it. This is how you break it. The highlighted part. Information obtained before the purported execution of the Woods NDA. Got him. Got him. Got him so good. And that's information she obtained while they were dating, before she signed, guys. So you like, whoa, you didn't see that coming? I didn't even see that coming. When I read this, I'm like, oh, she got him. She got him. She's already chipping away at it with the SA and the SH and in this climate. Who's gonna say that he did otherwise? Okay. And now she's like, what about the information I got before I signed? Can I say that? What about the information obtained at the end of her employment for the defendant? Can I talk about that? What about the information obtained after the end of our personal relationship with the defendant? Can I talk about that? What about the information required or permitted to be disclosed by law, regulation, rules, and or which would be the SA or SH? What about the information regarding the statements that Tiger Woods made or published about me otherwise to prove the falsely or misleading nature of those statements? Can I talk about that? Yeah, she got him. She got him, guys. This NDA, she's going to be talking because even if you don't believe her SA or SH, the judge kind of got to take it a little seriously. He got to take it seriously. So that's what she's saying. She's doubled down on the SA. She's doubled down on the Speak Out Act. Yeah, you playing with Daddy Ty? Go ahead. She's doing all this. So this is how she breaks it. I wish I could, Tiger Woods come back. Now, Tiger Woods ain't come back, but they do this. Remember the discovery that she did earlier when she was like, I need everything? It's done a little different now. Where basically they say, plaintiff request to produce documents they have been given to the counsel, like her discovery, or before she put, hey, I want all the text messages in the court. Now I went to, I gave it to them already. They know it because now they're probably working on a settlement, which is sad. So he's going to have to settle. Let's go to, but that is it, guys. What do you guys think of this? Let me put Tiger Woods back up here. What do you guys think? I got my daughter in my arms, falling asleep, sneezing on me. What do you guys think of Tiger Woods and his girlfriend getting sued? Is she gonna win? Is she gonna win? I wish I could drop the link, but I can't. Because I would love to talk to y'all. Settlement, boom. Hell yeah. That settlement coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, it sucks, right? Here's the thing, right? He shouldn't settle, but he's gonna have to settle. And it's likely gonna be an arbitration. He doesn't want this in the media at all. At all. She played her card. This is the one card she got. And it worked. He kicked me out. He didn't evict me. And I'm alleging SA or SH. He got. Yeah, she about to get some millions. She about to get some millions. Just for being his girlfriend. He moved her in. That's mistake number one. Mistake number two, I mean, he got so much money, man. He got $1 billion. He has to realize that he's a target, no matter no matter who he is with, no matter how much they say they're with him for him. We all know why they're with Tiger Woods. Because he got $1 billion. You mean I could live in your $50 million mansion rent-free on payroll, and all I got to do is, how many people would sign up for that? How many people would sign up for that? How many? I mean, any women in the chat? I see I got 2 people on Twitch. Twitch, check in. XQCL. I could do it. XQCL. But anywho, a lot of women would probably check in for that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, you mean to tell me I can live in a $54 million house and all I have to do is go to your golfing events and that's it. That's it. Just he could find anyone off the street. Like, look, all I need you to do, come to my golfing events. Don't worry. When you with me, you gonna meet the president. She met I don't know which president she met, but this is that's them on the way to meet the president. I don't want to show his daughter though. Right there. That's them meeting the president. I don't know when, but that's some serious perks, guys. Serious perks. And unfortunately, he gonna have to pay her ass. He gonna have to pay her. And as much as he hates it, he gonna have to do it. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for rocking with me tonight. Even though it was the last minute, this stream kind of like fell into my lap. Like literally, it fell into me because I was like, let me do a soft search for their documents. And when I found, I was like, oh snap, these are all the documents. Now the case is still ongoing. I could pull up the right here. Snap. Sorry, let me pull it up. Share screen. Give me a second. I can pull up the case right here. Both of them are still going. They're still ongoing. So you're waiting for a judge to basically sign off on this. You're waiting for a judge here, and you're waiting for a judge here. So you got two court cases going. You have the NDA and the tenant one. Now he's going to settle because he has to, even though he doesn't want to. Because who wants this press? You want this press? You want to be asked at your next game that you about to win, what's going on with you and your girlfriend? Hell no. Did you kick her out? Did you really do it? Hell no. You don't want that type of press. And it just, man, this sets up such a bad trend, like for men. Like you think he gonna live with another woman?
Nope.
You think he gonna have another public girlfriend?
Nope.
It's just gonna be him and his kids everywhere now. Like he already got burnt on the marriage for like 140 some odd million. The ski girlfriend, she cashed him out too. And now she like, oh, I need 30 million too. You just giving out bags over here. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you rocking with me. You want to say bye-bye? No? Okay. She grumpy, so I got to get her back to bed. And I appreciate y'all. Like the stream on the way out. I'm telling you, this is probably like my most important stream, but also probably like my least viewed stream. Which is crazy because, look, saying thank you. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I know it was a lot of information. And I kind of rushed through it, and I wanted to kind of like flesh some of this stuff out, but your back itchy? Are you gonna say night night to everybody? You gonna say night night, love you? No? I know I'm trying to get her on to say something, but she like, nope. I just Googled it was a video of Trump. Yeah, okay, so they met Trump. Hey, who was she before Woods? Literally, what was her job? Did anyone know her? I didn't know her. Yeah, I did a good job for a rush job. Yeah, man. Like, if I would have got on this sooner and known that this stuff was out, I would have been dropping these court docs like every other day. But hopefully y'all learned something. You could beat an NDA. All you got to do is say they touched you, and the NDA is like, oh, well, NDA's broke. We got to go to the judge who touched them. So. But all right, y'all. Peace, love, like the stream. Power Rangers on Friday. If you're a Ranger fan, email me your pictures and I will put them in a little slideshow for Friday night. It's going to be fun. Friday going to be a party. It's at my regular time, my 8 p.m. slot. 10 p.m. is when I have my daughter and I want to kind of connect with the audience. So I appreciate y'all. Like the stream on the way out, and peace.